Good afternoon. My name is Amy Danino, and we are here on Drum Talk TV. And Mark, it is great to see you today. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Welcome to NAMM 2020. We're very excited to be here.
Thank you so much, and it's so great to chat with you. You know, cymbals are, amazing things, and I hear you've got some extension of some lines and other things that are new. Let's hear what you've got to share with us.
Yeah, cymbals are certainly a personal thing for drummers. I mean, it creates who they are, and they want to have their own sound, so we help them as much as we can with the product. This year we have some 15-inch Aax thin hats. If you remember last year, we remastered and redesigned the Aax series, so we're just adding to that as we move along. Drummers have been asking for larger and thinner cymbals for a while, so we're trying to supply what they ask for. So,
and that's funny because I was watching a recent video of Steve Jordan, and he was talking about the bigger cymbals, and I think that is becoming something that's really growing in popularity with drummers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they get a little thinner and larger, they get darker, and I think that darker tone is in. I mean, the drummers certainly like bright cymbals also, but I think dark has been in for a while, and I think it's going to be around for a while. But I can show you these thin hats. They're thin top, medium bottom. They're very glassy, very airy, and with that little edge of brightness there.
Very nice.
Very musical, very nice. So, that's just one addition. Last year, when we remastered the Aax series, we changed the terminology a bit from studio stage to metal. Now we're trying to make every series with the same terminology, like thin, medium, and heavy. Everyone understands that. And we didn't touch any of our best-selling cymbals in the series, like explosions and omnis and things like that. We left those the same. And we have a couple other things I'd like to show you. Over here on another display, we have the FRX that we added to. We could step over there, and I can show you a few of those.
Excellent. Why don't we head on over here, and we are going to check out the FRX series. Those Aax High Hats are really beautiful. And here we are now and going to hear another set of hi hats, the FRXs.
Yeah, so FRX was a series we introduced 2 years ago. Frequency reduced cymbals, and these cymbals were designed for smaller environments, small clubs, churches, where traditional cymbals are just a little too much. And they've done very well. There's still a lot of education needs to be done, and people don't fully understand them. Some people think they're practice cymbals, and they're definitely not that. They're very professional. But this year we've added a 18 Chinese and a 10-inch splash. Now, typically you don't think of a Chinese as being frequency reduced. They're very loud and cutting, but this design works very well. It's a very smooth attack. It's actually pleasing, and it doesn't make you jump back when you hit it. So,
and just on a personal note, I was playing around earlier, and I felt that sort of, wow, that's not a typical China sound.
Right. Yeah. No, this patented design, removing mass in critical areas, really smooth the sound out in the attack. But very, very good.
To my ears, that's one of the warmest China cymbals I've ever heard.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are going to want that type of sound, even if they're not in a small environment. It's another flavor, another, something different from your traditional Chinese.
Right. I often find it hard at times to fit a China into a gig because it is so prominent. And now you can add this in, and it really adds color.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have loud Chinese, like the Holy China we did with Chad Smith. I mean, one of our better selling Chinas, and people are still going to want that, but this is a great option.
And adding versatility, that's such a great way for us to be able to, like you said, personalize our kit, and for each gig too, right?
Right, well, absolutely. And also we have the 10-inch splash. This is new right now. This design really cleaned this attack up. Sometimes you'll hear a splash and it's got a bit of gonginess or a little bit of a note, but on these there's none of that. It's just pure splash. Quick, okay.
That's kind of like a perfect 10 splash, somebody going into a pool.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's a great cymbal, and again, I think a lot of drummers that have other series are going to want to add that splash to their collection.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I think we're just gonna pause here and perhaps catch you in another spot. So thank you for this moment. We are here at NAMM 2020, and we are at the Sabian booth listening to some of these beautiful cymbals that are here today.